Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. And they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts.
But what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate.
Are there women who are supporting Cassie who maybe have some stories about you that might feel a bit similar? You need to be put on mute. This is not your time.
Rumors are flying, and Jason Lee is at the center, holding the keys to the vault on Beyonce and Jay-Z's supposed marital strife, dropping hints of a split long before the grapevine even caught a whiff. If your fingers have been scrolling non-stop through social media lately, you might have caught Jason Lee dishing out some major shade towards Beyonce on his platform. A bit ago, Jason boldly blackmailed Bey on live TV, threatening to let loose some juicy secrets about her and Jay's union unless Kelly Rowland graced his show with her presence. Initially, the audience was baffled by his claims, and he caught a lot of flack for aiming at Beyonce like that. Now, with the rumor mills churning about Beyonce potentially breaking it off with Jay-Z, all eyes are revisiting Jason's previous bombshells. Believe it when I say, the details he's ready to unveil are dirtier than a mudslide after a storm. So, sit tight, cause this tea is boiling hot. And trust me, you don't want to sip this one solo.
And we can take it back a step further. We can go all the way back to when he was trying to get with Aaliyah. The Foxy rumors. This man has a legit history of what he's allegedly doing to Beyonce now. So why is it so far-fetched to y'all to think that he's not doing the same thing to Beyonce? Just because it's Beyonce? I'm gonna need y'all to take y'all stand caps off and put your thinking caps on.
Diving deep into the drama, the saga with Jason Lee unfolded last December when he got salty over being left out of Beyonce's star-studded Renaissance movie premiere event in London. While Beyonce rolled out the red carpet for other influencers, Jason was notably absent. Offended, he went on the record to criticize Beyonce for not backing black media. He even dropped a bombshell, confessing he splurged 40 grand on Renaissance concert tickets and merchandise for his team, betting it would secure his spot at the bash. Unfortunately, Beyonce's invite never landed in his mailbox, even though she welcomed other influencers with open arms, some of whom hadn't invested nearly as much in her project as he had. And here's where the plot thickens. After airing out his grievances, Jason took his show as a platform to begin revealing the illicit intel he had on Beyonce. The Spilligay had his audience and guests alike picking their jaws up off the floor, shocked by the depth of the tea Jason was pouring. It's evident Jason's not holding anything back, and with the swirling speculations about Bey and Jay's marriage on rocky grounds, people are piecing together Jason's cryptic clues as a significant piece of the puzzle unraveling before our very eyes. So there was Jason, stepping up his game massively, directly engaging in a bit of blackmail with Queen Bey. He laid it out clear he'd remain silent about the skeletons in his closet, but only if Beyonce could pull some strings and get Kelly Rowland to grace his interview.
I think optically, when you don't include other black leaders in the culture in the fold, I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more black. And I spent thousands of, over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even gonna say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy.
Back when this saga unfolded, many shrugged off Jason's tirade as mere bitterness. Honestly, the consensus was that he didn't actually possess any incriminating gossip about Beyonce. Yet fast forward to now, and the rumor mill is in overdrive with whispers that Bey might be on the verge of leaving Jay. On social media, the puzzle pieces are being put together, with many suggesting that the explosive info Jason hinted at involves Beyonce's potentially rocky marriage. For those out of the loop on how the divorce rumors started, allow me to unpack it. Everyone's aware that Jay has strayed in his marriage to Beyonce before, having been linked with numerous women over time. However, this recent scandal ignited when attention turned to Jay-Z's interactions with Diddy. The word on the street suggests that Beyonce was blindsided by some questionable decisions Jay made with Diddy, and she's reportedly trying to free herself from this tangle before it detonates. It's widely known that Jay-Z and Diddy were inseparable for years, but but their relationship has recently seen a shift. Not long before Cassie launched her lawsuit, Diddy revealed in an interview that only his mother and JayZ are allowed to call him Sean, hinting at a deep, brother-like bond between them. However, at this interview's timing, it's likely Diddy was already aware that Cassie was about to file her significant lawsuit. Cassie's legal team has indicated that Diddy had been attempting to settle with Cassie quietly, allegedly offering her a hefty sum to keep her silent. This move has led to speculation that Diddy's mention of JayZ in the interview was strategic, almost as a warning. It suggested that Jay should avoid getting involved in the Cassie situation, hinting that if things went south, Diddy could potentially implicate Jay in the ensuing scandal. Moreover, the buzz around the industry corners is that Jay and Diddy might as well be two peas in a pod when it comes to their dealings with women. Jaguar Wright stepped into the spotlight with some hefty accusations against Jay, labeling him as even more problematic than Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
She argued that Jay's silence on the whole Diddy saga isn't coincidental. He's aware that Diddy has enough dirt to tarnish his image by revealing Jay's alleged mistreatment of his own spouse. Pause for a moment though, because there's more to this story. Jaguar didn't stop at general accusations. She delved into specifics, alleging Jay's involvement with significantly younger female artists, spanning from Foxy Brown and Aaliyah to Tiara Marie and potentially even Rihanna. And let's not gloss over his connection with R. Kelly. Jay's steadfast refusal to sever ties with Kelly, despite the heinous allegations and subsequent convictions against Kelly, adds another layer of controversy. For a minute now, Beyonce's fan base has been side-eyeing her link-up with JayZ with a heap of skepticism. The roots and timeline of their romance are cloaked in mystery and inconsistencies. Bey's been on record saying she was 18 when they first linked up, with things turning romantic a year on. Yet, in a 2007 chill session with Charlie Rose, JayZ got caught off guard by Rose's question about his history with Bey, accidentally letting it slip that they've known each other for a decade. Running the numbers, it looks like they first met back in '97, which would put Bey at about 15 or 16, while Jay was cruising at 28. This bombshell has folks digging deeper into Jay's pre-Bey dating life. The streets buzzing with chatter about him being cozy with Foxy Brown when she was just a teen, dangling dreams of stardom. A vibe that's all too familiar, echoing Diddy's moves with Cassie when she was 19 to his 36. To thicken the plot, there's talk floating around that Jay got Bey hooked on some substances, mirroring the whispers about Diddy's influence over Cassie. Beyonce's supposed former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, has thrown in his 2 cents, suggesting Jay's got the reins in their relationship, keeping Bey under his thumb through substance use. Then Jaguar dropped some more tea, suggesting Beyonce's living situation is pretty much like being trapped in a blinged-out cell. But hold up, the plot gets even thicker with another twist, sending those divorce rumors into a full-blown frenzy. JayZ recently stepped into the ring for Beyonce against the Grammys, throwing shade for never tossing her the Album of the Year crown. This had a bunch of folks tipping their hats to Jay, bigging him up for going to bat for his queen. But peep this, during Jay's Grammy call-out, Beyonce was serving looks of discomfort, looking all kinds of annoyed as Jay laid down his defense. And get this, instead of dropping her name, Jay went with "this young lady." After Jay dropped his mic on that speech, the trio, including Blue Ivy, ghosted. And you gotta admit, the vibe was strange, especially since Jay was there to scoop up his Global Impact Award. So he's down to grab his props from the Grammys, but also throws them shade for dissing his wife? That's a head scratcher. Plus, putting your lady in the spotlight without even dropping her name or a simple "my wife"? That's mad weird. The whole scene was dripping with odd vibes. It kinda mirrors that moment when Diddy hollered at Cassie during his BET Lifetime Achievement Award speech, just months before Cassie hit him with that lawsuit. Buzz around the block is Beyonce's been hustling hard, launching her hair care hustle and dropping new beats, all part of a slick plan to build her own empire, stepping out of Jay's shadow. Word is, she's gearing up for when the tea spills over Jay's shady biz with Diddy, making sure she's standing on her own too when the drama unfolds. Now there's chatter among the crowd that the dirt Jason Lee was hinting he had on Beyonce might just be linked to JayZ's buddy-buddy situation with Diddy. This comes right after Cassie hit the scene with her legal drama. sparking folks to draw parallels between Diddy's dealings with Cassie and Jay's supposed behavior towards his better half. Man, I've been saying this whole scenario is messier than knocking over your drink. Jason's sitting on potentially explosive details regarding Jay and Beyonce. Whether he's gonna let all that info flow is still up in the air. But one thing's for sure, once he opens up, he's laying it all out there. The social media world is alive with chatter and takes on this whole mess, with fans vocal about not being shocked if Jay-Z ends up outdoing Diddy in the drama department. A fan chimed in. It felt as if Jay-Z was giving his farewell speech and ranting before throwing them deuces. No matter your status, you can't run from the skeletons that are in your closet. It was very different seeing his daughter Blue on stage accompanying Jay-Z, and she's dressed for the Grammys versus this young lady, in his words B, who's sitting in the audience dressed like she's going to a rodeo. However, plenty are convinced Beyonce's not just a bystander in this and might be stressing over her own closeted skeletons, courtesy of Jay. Someone tossed out, I don't think Beyonce is as innocent as they make her out to be. Jay and Bey need to stay married, so they can't testify against each other. But I'm curious about your take on the Carter saga. Do you reckon Beyonce might actually go through with filing, or is she in too deep to make an exit? Hit up the comments with your thoughts, and don't forget to peep the next vid dropping soon.